Hello, Dark Reader, and welcome to the Dark Side of the Library podcast. I'm your host, Katie. Today we're going to go through some dark comic books and graphic novels, and I will be showing the covers to you. And maybe because we have not a whole lot, probably around 8, you'll get to see some of the inside of the comic as well. So the first one on today's list is Blink. This is published by Oni Press. It came out May 16th. This is by Christopher Sebela. Hayden Sherman is the illustrator. So you'll see on the inside of this book, it's very, very vibrant. It's fun. It's different. I really enjoy it. This is super cool. It definitely has a very techno vibe to it. So here's kind of what this book is about. It says, Wren Booker was 3 when she was found alone and covered in blood on the streets of New York. Since that day, she's been haunted by the childhood she can't remember until decades later, when she finds a cryptic website streaming multiple CCTV feeds from strange rooms in a ruined building. Something clicks, setting off hidden memories that lead her back to a place she's seen in lifelong nightmares. Hunting for answers, Wren breaks in, finds herself lost in camera-filled dark mazes of a decayed social experiment known only as Blink, which she quickly discovers is not abandoned at all. But what should be a foreign nightmare scape feels all too familiar for Wren as she follows her obsession all the way down, piecing together the story of Blink, as well as her own ties to it. So this is Blink. This is by Christopher Sebela, Hayden Sherman, and published by Oni Press. Next on our list today, I have seen this, The Bone Orchard Mythos. This has been a Jeff Lemire series and Andrea Sorrentino. This is a part of the Bone Orchard series that they've done. So the Blood Orchard Mythos is a shared horror universe of titles, all different formats, by Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrentino. So this is the 10,000 Feathers, volume 1 through 5. This is published by Image Comics. Trish and Jackie are best friends and avid gamers, but when the line between reality and their fantasy world is blurred by an evil darkness, can they be heroes of their own story? Very simple, easy. You can see kind of the inside over on Amazon here. Beautiful, beautiful imagery. It goes from like this really clean to very sketchy style. I really like it. It's got some interesting gray overtones, and then we go into some pastel colors. It's very interesting. I really enjoy it. I think it's going to play with your emotions a lot. So this is Bone Orchard Mythos, 10,000 Black Feathers. Next on our list today is the Department of Truth, the Complete Conspiracy Deluxe hardcover. Ooh, hardcover. This is by James Tynion IV, Martin Simmonds, Elsa Charretier, Tyler Boss, etc. So Cole Turner has studied conspiracy theories all of his life, but he isn't prepared for what happens when he discovers that all of them are true. JFK assassination, flat earth theory, Bigfoot, Mothman, and a lot worse. One organization has been covering them up for generations, controlling the narrative for what they claim is the greater good. What is the deep, dark secret behind the Department of Truth, and will learning it destroy Cole's life from the inside out? There are 3 arcs. It is a collection of number 1 through 17. Pretty hefty, 520 pages. This is the Department of Truth, the Complete Conspiracy Deluxe hardcover, and the art is phenomenal. I love the cover art especially, but geez, the inside art. Very painterly, very sinister, almost ghostly. It's a little trippy. I really enjoy it. I think this is going to be a really great read for a lot of people that love that artsy fartsy style, but it's dreamy, ethereal, it's creepy. So this is the Department of Truth, the Complete Conspiracy Deluxe hardcover by a bunch of people. James Tynion IV, Martin Simmonds, Elsa Charretier, a whole bunch of people. Next up we have Haunthology. This is by Jeremy Haun, and it's going to be a part of a whole series of Haunthologies by Image Comics. This is a dread-inducing collection of 28 tales of terror in Haunthology. It's a tome. Not quite, I guess. It's only 152 pages. So it says, from creatures of the night to even more terrifying creatures of the day. Readers were first introduced to Haunthology's nightmarish mindscapes through a successful Kickstarter campaign. Whether exploring an old claustrophobic house full of nefarious entities or exploring the heavy thoughts one was having during the end of the world, this is a very personal project. So check this one out. This one is by Jeremy Haun, and it is Haunthology. Next on our list today is called Hollow Girl, Dead and Dying. This is by Luke Cooper, published by Marcosia Enterprises. Hollow Girl and Little Sister, a partnership that really never made any sense. Perhaps Hollow Girl keeps Hannah around because their relationship makes her feel more human, or perhaps there's something more sinister at play. A plan that will at last be unveiled at the cost of someone's life and a human soul. Get ready for the ultimate betrayal in this devastating 12th book in the Hollow Girl series. So this is actually book 12, my mistake. I just wanted to look at it because the cover was kind of intriguing. It looked really vibrant and fun, but then when you look on the inside, it's all black and white. It's clean art style, line work, and bold black gray coloring. It's interesting, and our main protagonist looks very cool. I like it. This is called Hollow Girl, Dead and Dying. Check out the rest of them. This is by Luke Cooper. Of course, next we have to look at In Flames. Yes, the band presents The Jester's Curse. So this is a collaboration between the band and Z2 Comics. In Flames is, the pioneers of Swedish melodic death metal. This dark fantasy opus follows the Jester head as he emerges from the wasteland, where he finds himself trapped in dead eternity, a distorted reality where worlds collide and nightmares thrive. Limited editions are signed by the In Flames group, featuring Jester head action figure and crystal clear 7-inch The Great Deceiver vinyl. Holy cow. I'm not sure how you could get that. It doesn't say specifically because I only see on Amazon there's like a paperback. It's only $24.99. I would imagine that all of the other vinyl limited editions are gone already. But this is fun. I kind of like these heavy metal bands and the comic collaborations, but there's been a couple. So if you love In Flames, this might be something to have on your bookshelf if you just, you love that melodic death metal. This is In Flames presents The Jester's Curse. This is by Blake Armstrong, Scott Bramble, Scott Dewey, etc., etc. Next, we have a really interesting horror graphic novel because the art style, as you can see, is kind of bubbly. It's fun and cute a little bit, but it's supposed to be creepy. So it's called Pet Peeves. It came out May 25th. It's by Nicole Goux or Goux. So the new dog the aspiring musician Bobby has adopted is cute, but also stealing her life. Simple! I love this plot. Bobby's life is going nowhere fast. She's working at a bar, wanting to play music, but never having the time or energy. The only bright spot in her life is her dog, who's always cheerful, cuddly, always there for her. As the relentless day in, day out work piles up, music and roommates and social plans begin to seem less and less important as Bobby struggles to make rent and have any time to be creative. The only thing she has time for outside of her job is her dog, and her dog is going to do everything he can to keep it that way. God, this is almost relatable. This is a solo graphic novel, and this is basically an exploration of the struggle of a young artist, haunted not by debt in society, but by the canine forces, the adorable, secret forces that our pets have on us. This is brilliant, I have to say. I wish I got a view of the inside of this book, but as you can see, the cover is adorable, and she's also done, Nicole Goux has done Rituals. So very interesting. I am really digging it. This is called Pet Peeves by Nicole Goux. Next, we have one that has a very psychedelic cover. It's called Trigore Labyrinth. It came out May 23rd. It is by Matt Furie, Skinner, and Will Sweeney. It is a heavy metal monster mix and match art book. Holy freaking cow. This is hilarious. It's $40. It's 48 pages. So let's look at it. There's black and white illustrations throughout. Unfortunately, I don't get a peek inside. You'll flip through this mix and match menagerie of busts depicting monsters, aliens, creatures, organisms, and a lot more, and you're not going to be able to stop. There, you can create 90 different mythical beasts depicted by legendary artists Matt Furie, Skinner, and Will Sweeney. It's a interactive board book. Oh man. So if you love monster movies, psychedelics, lowbrow art, underground comics, this is pretty phenomenal. And I might have to pick this up, especially as just a study. There's only 48 pages, but it's 90 great monsters that you can create. So this is called Trigore Labyrinth. It's not quite a comic, but it's fun. It's cool. And all of these authors have contributed. All right. Our last comic of today is called Year Zero, Volume 0. This came out May 16th. This is by Daniel Kraus and Goran. Sudzuka is the illustrator. It's kind of the aftermath of a worldwide zombie plague that affects the entire planet. See how everyday people from all walks of life try to survive in this new world where dead eat the living, and ask yourself, where were you when the lives went out? That's cute. Okay, so it is an action-packed prelude to The Living Dead, the autumnal. It unveils 4 globe-spanning tales from the earliest days of the zombie apocalypse, when even the wildest rumors couldn't measure up to the horror to come. A streetwise Russian cop patrols the back alleys of an opportunistic black market that emerges in response to the crisis. We also have a North Korean soldier who observes strange happenings on the DMZ. An ER nurse in the rural South fights to protect her hospital from threats without and within. And then we also have a transgender flight attendant who has observed disturbing clues as she crisscrosses the globe, keeps a wary eye on the passenger in seat 23C. And that is the cover, as you can see. But we have here the inside of this book, classic comic style, truly. It's pretty great. I hope they continue more international stories, more than just 4. Maybe they'll have like a 0-1 for Year Zero. This is published by Artists, Writers, and Artisans. This is called Year Zero, Volume 0 by Daniel Kraus and Goran Sudzuka. So yes, very short episode today. Make sure to tune in every Wednesday if you are looking for some creepy reads to keep occupied this summer. We have a ton. Fridays, also, stay tuned for my mini-sodes. I tend to do little deep dives of books I've been reading. Today, I needed to catch up a little bit, so I used today as our little curated comic day. I apologize. Make sure to spread this podcast to your loved ones. Let them know about Dark Side of the Library, and join us on our socials at Dark Side of the Library. You can see them over on our YouTube in the description down below, or you can find us on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, and of course amazon.com/live/darksideofthelibrary. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Have a creeptastic rest of your week.